Hi everyone, welcome to Tower of Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss about payment bank. It is a small video. Here we are going to discuss some factual data regarding payment banks. Let's move on to the topic. Payment banks. Payment bank is an Indian new model of banks conceptualized by the Reserve Bank of India without issuing credit card. Payment banks is in India's new model of bank which was conceptualized by the Reserve Bank of India. These banks can accept a restricted deposit which is currently limited to 2 lakh per customer and may be increased further. So, payment banks can accept deposit and there is a limit that is 2 lakh per customer. There is a chance to increase further. And third important point is that these banks cannot issue loans and credit cards. That is why we can say they're not issuing credit cards. It is not issuing lending activity. That means banks cannot issue loans. That is very important point regarding payment banks. Payment banks cannot issue loans and credit cards. That means it is not doing any lending activities. Last point is that both current and saving accounts can be operated by such banks. So, both current account and savings account can be operated by payment banks. Next is that payment banks can issue ATM cards or debit cards. Actually, we discussed payment banks not issuing credit cards, but it is issuing ATM cards or debit cards and provide online or mobile banking. So the implementation of payment bank is for providing or increase the financial inclusion in our economy. So payment bank can issue ATM cards or debit cards and provide online or mobile banking, but it is not issuing any credit cards or it is not issuing any loans or lending activities. Then Bharati Airtel set up India's first payment bank, Airtel Payment Bank. The name is that Airtel Payment Bank. The first company, that is Bharati Airtel, set up India's first payment bank. And third point, the main function of payment bank is to make payments. So we can say it's just like bank, but it's not giving any loans or it is not giving any credit cards, but it is issuing ATM cards. It is issuing ATM cards or debit card. You can say ATM cards or debit card that is issuing, but it is not issuing credit card. Credit card. Okay, these are the important point we can have to understand from this area. That is, it is issuing ATM cards or debit card, but it is not issuing credit card and it is not giving loans, and that means it is not issuing any lending activity. That is not doing any lending activities. Just next, we can discuss one question. This is the question which was asked in 2016 from the topic payment banks. The question is that the establishment of payment bank is being allowed in India to promote financial inclusion. Which of the following statement is or correct in this context? We can underline the word correct. The statements are mobile telephone companies and supermarket chains that are owned and controlled by residents are eligible to be promoters of payment bank. This is correct statement. Already we know that Bharati Airtel, which is set a first payment bank. So this is a very correct statement. The second statement is that payment banks can issue both credit cards and debit cards. And third statement is that payment banks cannot undertake lending activity. So here option 2 is saying that it will issue both credit cards and debit cards, and option 3 is saying that, statement 3 is saying that payment banks cannot undertake lending activities. So both are contradictory. So that's why if any option that is having option statement 2 and 3, that will be incorrect statement. So we can eliminate option D. And also here, if you are aware about payment bank is not issuing credit card, if you are having very clear cut clarity about payment banks, that is payment bank is not issuing credit card, then you can eliminate, then you can understand the second statement is incorrect. So that's why you can eliminate. If you look at the options, you can see option A is having option 2, option C is having option 2, option D is having option 2, statement 2. So here we can eliminate option A, option C, option D. So there is only one option is left, that is option B. which is having statements 1 and 3. So here first statement is saying that mobile telephone companies and supermarket chains that are owned and controlled by residents are eligible to be promoters of payment banks. So this is very correct statement. And option 3 is that payment banks cannot undertake lending activities. So here also this statement is also correct statement. So here answer would be option B, that is statements 1 and 3 are the correct statement. So here answer is option B, 1 and 3 only. So here one thing you have to understand, that if you know anything about any topic, the only one thing is that it should be very clear. Okay, vague idea that will not work when you are writing UPSC examination. If you have any idea or any only one thing, if you know, but it should be very clear. If you know only one point regarding payment bank, that is payment bank is not issuing credit card, then you can easily find out the option, that is option B is the correct answer. I hope everyone has understood this topic. Thank you all. Thank you for watching.